Okay guys, let's go to Robmans.
Hey guys, thanks for coming on over. Why don't you come in and take a look around? Alright, so this is the game room. Got a little security keeping an eye on things for me. Come on in and take a look. So I've done a couple of episodes of HappyConsoleGamer, and I did the Mega Man special. I did the Mega Man 9 press kit, which was great. But there have been some people sending messages asking about the rest of my collection. So I thought I'd take a chance and let you see what I've got, some of the awesome things I've been able to get my hands on over the years. And of course, right at the very end, I've got a special treat, my crown jewel, the greatest piece of gaming memorabilia I've ever managed to get my hands on. But I'll take you through the collection first. So I figured I'd show you guys some of the systems I've collected over the years. I've got my original Sega Master System, of course, and my NES and Famicom, a Virtual Boy, and an N64. This was a find though. I managed to get my hands on the 64 disc drive. I've got a few Sega Genesises lying around. I managed to get the Genesis 2 with the Sega CD attachment, the original Sega Genesis with a Mega CD and a disc doctor, and a little tiny Sega Genesis 3. Got my TurboGrafx, which hopefully a lot of people recognize. Awesome system, highly underrated. An Amiga CD32, which is an awesomely strange little piece of machinery. It came out in Europe, but not a lot here, and not a lot of news about it. And the Super Nintendo, a very big favorite of mine. I love that machine. I spent hours on it. So there's my Dreamcast, a Sega Saturn from North America and Japan. A little Saturn Bomberman face multi-tap for when I want to have Bomberman parties. Neo Geo AES cartridge system, and the Turbo Duo, which was a recent find, but an awesome system. This one's a real goodie. For a while I worked in a law firm, and one of the lawyers was friends with the guy that played Jason in Freddy vs. Jason, and he hooked me up big time with this. A Jason mask signed by the guy that played Jason in the movie. It's great. If you haven't guessed it by now, I'm a big Slime fan. And this is, of course, my Mega Man the Power Battle machine. You guys saw it in the Mega Man special that we did before, but I just love this thing, so I had to show you. This is the heart and soul of my collection, in my opinion. These are my old school games, the ones that I grew up on, cut my teeth in gaming on, and have the most nostalgia for. My NES cartridges, way back in the day, anywhere I'd find a garage sale, anywhere I'd find a second-hand store, any chance I could get to buy more and more, I always had to have more. My goal was to have more than Lucas in The Wizard, and I've done it. Bomberman Party Pack for the Super NES that came with the multi-tap. Classic. I really spent a lot of hours playing that. So this is my Saturn collection. I've got a lot of golden gems in here. This is my Super NES collection. Got Sega Master System. There's a few too many, so some are way up on top. Of course, Genesis as well. NES boxed and complete section. These ones right here, still factory sealed as well, which is kind of fun. With the factory sealed ones, I've got Metal Gear, which is a really cool one to have. River City Ransom, and a favorite of mine, Goonies 2, which was one of the first NES games I ever played. So up here are some of the Famicom mini games that I picked up while I was in Japan on one of the trips there. And my Legend of Zelda import cartridge, because it was originally on a disc, so it's kind of cool to get that one too. So this is the Mega Man collection. It was shown in at one of the episodes early in the going, but lots of figures. There's a few more that I've managed to acquire and put on the shelf with it. And of course the games, some DVDs. They're re-releasing the DVDs, so anyone that wants to grab them, keep an eye out. These are a couple of the Ecan energy drinks my brother sent me from Japan. They were released for Rockman's 20th anniversary and at the Rockman Summer Festival. It's basically kind of a citrusy fruit flavored fizzy energy drink, but the can's the important part, just like you remember from the game. So here are some of the Capcom art books I've managed to collect over the years. Street Fighter Eternal Challenge that was released by Udon, and it's got lots of great stuff in it. Capcom Design Works, which was one of the first Capcom art books ever released, and it's got just about everything in it. The Vampire Savior Chronicles, which is pretty much Darkstalkers, everything you want to know. This is the Mega Man Zero Complete Works, which is great because it's got an awesome style that I really like, and all of it's been translated into English so you can read about all of their inspirations and designs. Udon's Art of Capcom. Anyone out there that's a comic book fan probably knows that Udon does a lot of Capcom comics, so This is pretty much all of that art in here with their concepts and everything else. The Okami art book. It was amazing, the art style that they had for this, so this book is just mind-blowing. If you can find it, pick it up, because it is an American release. And my favorite art book by far out of the collection, the R20. There's actually footage on an earlier episode, from the Mega Man episode, when HappyConsoleGamer gave this to me, and man, oh man, what an awesome gift. It's just so cool. And so, this is out in the living room where we keep some of the newer games. We've got our PS2, PS3, Wii, and all that stuff. And then, of course, we've got the PS1 and Dreamcast games on this side over here. Here's some of the fun toys and figures I collected over the years, too. I recently managed to get my hands on the Gears of War 2 Lancer, which is awesome. So we've collected some video game and anime figures over the years. We've got some stuff from Soul Reaver and Busou Shinkai. We've got little Troll from Mega Man Legends 2. We've got some Square figures, Final Fantasy 12 and Sora from Kingdom Hearts. Some Zelda stuff. Got some Wally, Trigun, Evangelion, lots of cool figures. Thanks for coming with me and checking out my collection, but before we go, I saved the best for last. This is the crown jewel of my collection. Having been a Mega Man fan for as many years as I have, the one thing I always dreamed of was to get a sketch of Mega Man by the creator Keiji Inafune. I mean, that's an almost unattainable goal. And there was a contest on Capcom's website for the Ultimate Fan, and I entered, and I knew that there wasn't going to be much of a chance, but I had to try, because one of the prizes is now hanging up behind me, and it's a t-shirt signed by Keiji Inafune with a drawing of Mega Man from his very hand. And I couldn't believe it when I got it. I still have to thank Capcom so much for the great honor it is to have it. And man, it's there. I can stare at it all day, every day for the rest of my life in awe. It's just so cool. I mean, a drawing of the man from the man. That's awesome. So thanks for coming out and checking it out. I hope you enjoyed looking at my collection. It's kind of cool because in August, my wife and I are going to be having our first child. And so that collection is going to be packed up and put away so that room can be turned into a nursery. So it's nice to have an episode that I can watch and see that room and remember when it was the game room. But thanks to HappyConsoleGamer for putting this together for me. Thanks all you guys for watching, and hopefully we'll see you again soon.